Welcome to ACD Combatives, your combatives and control tactics channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Alright guys, this is Kurt. I just did that video yesterday, the female officer that was attacked, and I said that she had the, and I didn't show the full video. Earlier in the video, she had the her shotgun, her less lethal shotgun. I'm pretty sure it was beanbag, but it could have been. Taser has a new amazing, well, it's not new, it's been around for a little bit now, but Taser has an awesome round that they have, so maybe that's what it was, but regardless, it was less lethal. And she was giving the guys voice commands from the distance. And also, I've been asked about this blue AK. As a control tactics instructor with my agency, I have a whole supply of stuff that we use ARs. And again, this is my channel, my equipment, and to avoid any confusion that I was using agency equipment, I purchased a blue AK, so no one would know for a fact. They would know for a fact that I'm using my own stuff, because obviously I can't think of any law enforcement agencies in the U.S. that use AKs. If anyone knows of one, put it in the comments. I'd love to know. Does anyone use an AK in the U.S. as far as law enforcement agencies? But anyway, also, again, another one of my new rash guards, ex-Marshall. Again, I'm not getting paid by them, just a super loyal customer. I love them. Just love having their stuff. Ex-Marshall, I highly recommend them. But anyway, she had the shotgun out. She was giving them voice commands, and then she slung it. Now, I have a sling for this, but it's a 1 point. I actually recommend a 2-point sling. Maybe I'll do a video on that, but I just took it off for this video. I don't have a 2-point sling on this because, again, it's an AK. And 1-point sling is actually one of the best ways to sling an AK. I mean, you can do 2-point, but I would have to drill a hole here, and then maybe I'll do that. I can't imagine that would take too much strength away from this. But anyway, back on video, guys. I'm sorry, I get easily sidetracked. She gave him voice commands, and then she slung her rifle. Her shotgun, excuse me. That got me thinking, and again, she did the right thing. She slung it, and then, as you can see from the video, it ended up getting away a little bit. Not suggesting that she shouldn't have used it. Maybe some alternatives would have been like, okay, get down on your knees, cross your ankles, sit on your ankles, put your hands behind your back, knuckles together, thumbs up, that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll cut some of that in, demoing from other videos. I was like, okay, turn away from me, get down on your knees, put your hands in the air. Okay, cross your ankles, sit on your ankles. Alright, and then I might do one of these things where if I'm by myself, a lot of times I am, I'm seeing if you have anything. Alright, put your hands behind your back, knuckles together, thumbs up. Put that gun away. Now I can come here and I can control, I can do the finger thing or the twist lock thing to do that. Because then she would have slung it and she would have had more control of the guy. He was standing bigger, stronger. Again, this isn't a fair fight. You always want to put them at the biggest disadvantage as possible. And he was faking cooperation, so he probably would have cooperated with her. And again, if he would have said, no, fuck you, I'm not going to do what you tell you, then, you know, bing, 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 those alarms go off. But if you were in the military, you learned bayonet training. And you're like, what does that have to do with police work? Well, the long gun is a great tool to use as an impact weapon. You can, like, get down. You can use it as a straight jab, and it's very effective. You can also go low. You could hit with the butt. You could hit with the weapon like this. I'm a huge fan of doing that in conjunction with like a front kick, and then boom, you're hitting with the weapon. As you can see, I'm not clipping the face. Not to say that you couldn't. That would be a much higher level of force. Hitting someone to the head with an impact weapon would be lethal force or great bodily injury or harm. There may be a time and a place for that. I'm not going to say when it would or wouldn't be a time and a place. Obviously, there could be a time and a place for that. Scenarios vary. But I'll also cut in some video of me using the long gun somebody trying to disarm it. I did a video a couple months back with my trainee Aiken. A lot of shooters will have someone has any kind of basic rifle training will have a sling. This is a 1-point sling that works great with the AK because the way the AK designed, there's a lot of attachments and stuff. And I'm a lefty, so it'd be up here. So it doesn't really matter which side that. This is not good because as the shooter, because I'll go ahead and grab my weapon, I don't have as much leverage if I take advantage of the whole rifle. Pushing it back into your shoulder, bringing the elbows in, and you are one with the rifle. Doing that Groucho walk so the barrel is. But one thing I see in Krav a lot, it really bothers me. Let's say you're at Walgreens getting your medicine and someone comes in with a rifle and starts shooting the place up. You're continuously hearing pop, 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 pop. What does Krav teach you to do? First of all, escape.
Yeah, that's right.
Run and be free.
Get away as fast as you can.
If the only reason you would fight at that point is because last act is defiance.
Yeah.
I don't. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out with
swinging.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out swinging. So let's say you got the weapon, and let's say you're coming down an aisle, and I'm hiding, and one thing I see Krav do all the time is grab the barrel. Only a couple rounds have to go through this, and this is so hot it's gonna give me second, third degree burns. So anytime you try to disarm a rifle, this is the main part of the rifle. I'm coming into and you just stay away from that barrel. Exactly. And you could do something like, this, or it doesn't, there's no set technique I teach other than as a cop, I'm coming around that corner and you grab the barrel, I'm coming in to defend myself. So again, you're using this as an impact weapon. You could be like thrusting, hitting in conjunction with kicks, pushing off, then you could sling it and clinch if you had to. All these are awesome ideas. I just wanted to throw this idea, this video out. It isn't me gonna go through a whole, rifle jacks. If you remember in the Army when you did rifle jacks, I'm not gonna do anything like that. Like, hey, we should do an exercise video with your rifle. But just wanted to bring that to your attention. A lot of police officers don't think of using their long gun as an impact tool. Graham v. Connor is a reasonably objective, and to a lesser extent, a good example, Scott v. Harris, alternate uses of force that still apply. Doesn't matter how you get to that level of force. If that level of force is authorized, then it doesn't matter how you get there or what you do to get there. Don't get trapped in your box of this is what they taught me at the academy and this is the only thing I can do. Guys, MacGyver your job. If there's something in your hand, use it. It might be frowned upon with your agency, I don't know. But anyone who's been in the military, especially the Army and the Marine Corps, I can't vouch for the other agencies, armed forces. I mean, I was in the Air Force after 9/11. I was called active duty because I was in the Air Guard. Yada yada yada. I don't know, but I didn't go through basic training with the Air Force. I went through basic training with the Army. And at that time, back in the day, under Roman occupation, that's how old I am. We still did bayonet training and bugle stick training. I don't know if they still do, but they definitely taught using your M16. Back in the day, I had M16A2. Not the M4. They definitely taught that as an impact weapon, and very effectively. All right, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, if you have any ideas for a video, let me know. And also, like I said in comments, does anyone know of a American agency, law enforcement agency? But in America, I can't think of anyone that uses an AK as a platform for their short rifle. Just curious. All right, guys, take care, stay safe.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.